who's running for office and wants to talk to us. Come on up. We know all about Ryan. Let's see how many. So, Derek asked me if he could go first, so he gets to go first. Derek. So, I would say...
You got 3 minutes.
Well, I was going to give him 5. Let's say 5 and keep it. You know what? People quit listening, don't they? And the longer you go, the less they hear. That's just my advice. Mr.
All right. Hello. Let's give it up for Robin and Pat and all of your great Grace Harbor Democrat leaders. Thanks, you guys. It is great to be with you. I am energized. I am energized by this year. I'm energized by both excitement about our party and utter fear of Donald Trump. I was making pancakes with my daughter Tess the other day, and she said, "Dad," and I said, "What?" And she said, "If I met Donald Trump, here's what I'd tell him." And I was like, "Whoa, what are you going to tell him?" She said, "I'd tell him, you know, unless you treat people with respect, they're not going to treat you with respect." And I was like, "Well, I really want you to meet Donald Trump now." Well, listen, I am energized to be a member of the party that's fighting for education, that understands that it's the smartest investment we make. I say that as the dad of 2 kids and as the son of two school teachers, now retired school teachers. My dad finally hung it up after 50 years in the classroom. But, you know, we as Democrats understand what Benjamin Franklin wrote 2.5 centuries ago, that an investment in knowledge pays the greatest interest. And I'm energized by that. I'm energized to be a member of the only party that's working to do something about student debt. Listen, my folks were school teachers. I couldn't have gone to college if it hadn't been for financial aid. I got grants and I got loans and I washed dishes in the college dining room, which my wife believes is the only transferable skill I learned in college. But I got to tell you, student debt is crippling a lot of families right now. And I'm proud to be a member of the party that's fighting to keep tuition down and that's fighting to increase Pell Grants and increase access to financial aid and working to make sure that student loans that students can get access to loans at the same low rate that Wall Street banks get access to money. I'm proud to be a Democrat fighting for that. You know, I am energized to be a member of the party that's fighting for equality for everybody. That's fighting for the notion that regardless of your race or your religion or your gender or your sexual orientation or your age or your gender identity or your disability or whatever, you are a valued and welcome member of our community, and we're going to fight for you. I am proud to be a member of a party that wants to make America a hate-free zone. Something. It means that as Democrats we're fighting to restore the Voting Rights Act. And it means that we are fighting for the belief that women can make their own health care decisions. I'm proud to be a Democrat fighting for that. I am energized to be a member of the only party that's working to have an economy that works for everybody. You know, that means that we're working to increase the minimum wage and we're working to make sure that everybody has access to paid sick leave. And we're working to embrace a very simple notion of equal pay for equal work. You know, I'm proud that we as Democrats are fighting for that. I'm proud of the work we're doing in Grace Harbor County around timber works to try to address this issue of the increased flood insurance rates and trying to do something about it. Nicholas Carr is here from my team and he's working his tail off on that. You know, I'm proud of the work we're doing around Wild Olympics to try to drive increased tourism to this community. And the work we're doing on the Timber Collaborative to try to make sure that we're increasing our harvest levels in a responsible way, because I believe we don't have to choose between protecting our environment and growing our economy. We can and should do both. And I'm proud that we are a party that gets that we can actually do that. I am energized to be a member of the only party that currently believes in science. That understands that our kids are only as safe as the water they drink, and the air they breathe, and the planet we pass on to them. You know, I'm proud to be a member of the only party right now that believes that climate change is real. Listen, we have 3,200 people in the district I represent that make their livings tied to shellfish growing. You tell them that climate change ain't real. We've actually seen shellfish growers move their operations to Hawaii because of changing ocean chemistry. I mean, it's happening, and we got to do something about it. And we as Democrats get that. We get that. You know, and I am energized to be a member of a party that's fighting to have a basic social safety net. This has been a big month for my family. My grandmother this past month turned 106 years old. I really hope I have those genes. But listen, my grandfather, her husband, died in 1981. And you know, if you think about that, her ability to live with dignity for the last 35 years has been driven by two of the most successful public policies in the history of this nation: Medicare and Social Security. And I'm proud that we as Democrats are fighting for those things. And finally, I am energized to be a member of a party that's fighting to fix our broken politics. You know, this is a disruptive time in our politics. And I think you've seen a lot of our division as a nation exacerbated by a really broken campaign finance system. I'll tell you what I believe. You know, I've sponsored bills to have public financing of elections. I've sponsored bills to at least try to increase the disclosure of all of this dark money. But I will tell you, I think the problem's got a lot worse after the Citizens United court decision. I do not think that money is speech. I do not think that corporations are people. And I do think we need to repeal Citizens United. Yeah. And let me just end by saying, I'm here to ask for your support. I am honored to have gotten the endorsement of the Pierce County Democrats and the Kitsap County Democrats and a number of the Legislative District Democrats. Your organization 2 years ago was one of the first to endorse me, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'd like to, I don't believe you get anything you don't ask for. So I'm here to ask for your endorsement. I've been very grateful for the partnership that we've had, and I am sure grateful to represent you. And I look forward to spending a little time this evening with you. Thanks, everybody.